You know, one of the most unsettling truths about human beings is this. You are not only capable of good, you are also capable of malevolence, real, deliberate, destructive cruelty. Most people recoil from that thought. They want to believe they are harmless, that virtue is a matter of softness. But harmlessness is not virtue. It's simply weakness disguised as goodness. A rabbit isn't virtuous. It just can't fight back. And this is the paradox. If you are harmless, you are not good. You are merely incapable. And the world will eat you alive. To truly develop spiritually, psychologically, you have to confront that darker part of yourself, what Carl Jung called the shadow. The shadow is everything you are capable of being but refuse to admit. It's your rage, your deceit, your arrogance, your capacity for violence. It's the part of you that could betray, exploit, or even destroy. And unless you face it, it rules you from the dark. See, people who never confront their shadow remain naive. You can see it in their eyes. Wide, untested, afraid. They think that by avoiding conflict, they are good. But their avoidance makes them fragile. And because they are fragile, they grow resentful when life inevitably crushes them. Naive people get taken advantage of, and then they become bitter. And bitterness is a breeding ground for cruelty. But the person who has confronted their darkness, they are different. They are calm, but dangerous. You can feel it when they walk into the room. Their presence carries weight, as if they could unleash chaos but choose not to. That's real strength. And that's the paradox. To be truly peaceful, you must first be capable of war. As the old biblical line says, the meek shall inherit the earth. But meek doesn't mean weak. It means those who have swords and know how to use them but keep them sheathed. That's who inherits the earth. The disciplined, not the docile. So, how do you get there? How do you integrate the shadow? You start by admitting what you are. You imagine honestly what you could do if you let your resentment rule you. And it terrifies you. It should. Because the distance between you and a tyrant is far smaller than you'd like to believe. Look at the atrocities of the 20th century, the camps, the gulags, the mass graves. We tell ourselves those horrors were committed by monsters. But they weren't. They were committed by people. Ordinary people. People who followed orders. People like you. And if you don't understand how you could become like them, you don't understand yourself at all. Facing that truth that you contain the seeds of evil, this is the doorway to maturity. It's brutal, it shatters your self-image, but once you know what you're capable of, you can begin to control it. You can bind the dragon rather than letting it roam free. That's what maturity is. Not killing the monster, but putting it on a leash. There's another side to this too. For decades, we've fed young people this sugary idea that life is about happiness, about rights, about self-expression, and impulsive freedom. But rights without responsibility are hollow. They leave a hole in the soul. Because meaning, the thing that holds you steady when life collapses isn't found in pleasure. It's found in responsibility. Responsibility is choosing to carry the weight you could ignore. It's standing up straight in a world that wants you to stay small. It's saying, I will do what I can, even though it's hard, even though it hurts, because I must. And you can't do that if you're weak. Life is suffering. There's no getting around that. If you are not formidable, suffering will break you. You will crumble, and you will hate the world for it. That's why you must become dangerous. Not to harm, but so that you cannot be easily harmed. So that when chaos comes, and it always comes, you stand. You know, I've spoken to so many young men who are lost, depressed, aimless, and often they've been told all their lives that their strength is toxic, their ambition is oppressive, their competitive spirit is shameful. So they shrink. They become soft, agreeable, obedient, and then they wonder why no one respects them, not even themselves. But you don't get self-respect by being safe. You get it by realizing you are a loaded weapon and then refusing to fire. That's the transformation from harmlessness to strength, from chaos to controlled order, from boy to man. And it's not just for men. Women need this too. Every human being needs this. Because until you recognize the predator in you, you can't choose not to be one. You can't be moral without the capacity for immorality. And strangely enough, when you realize you could be dangerous, you stop needing to prove it. That's what true confidence island. That's what calm strength feels like. It's the warrior who never draws his sword because everyone knows he could. So let me leave you with this. Do not aim to be harmless. Aim to be strong. Aim to become so capable, so disciplined, so powerful that your very presence radiates potential, and then keep it under control. That is the path to virtue. That is the path to self-respect. That is the path to peace. Integrate the shadow, grow teeth, and then smile, because the world will know. You could bite, but you choose not to. And understand this, none of this happens overnight. It is not a trick. It is a transformation paid for in discipline, sacrifice, and suffering. You will have to fail over and over and keep coming back. You will have to stand up when everything in you wants to lay down. You will have to become honest about your own cowardice, your envy, your capacity to betray. You will have to burn away the parts of you that are petty, and that will hurt. But something astonishing happens when you do that. You stop fearing other people, because you know what you are. You stop needing to dominate, because you know you could. And you start living with a quiet, steady fire that other people can feel. That is the man or woman who becomes unshakable. That is the person who walks into chaos and brings order with them. That is the one you can trust with power, because they have conquered themselves first. So let me leave you with this. Do not aim to be harmless. Aim to be strong. Aim to become so capable, so disciplined, so powerful that your very presence radiates potential, and then keep it under control. That is the path to virtue. That is the path to self-respect. That is the path to peace. Integrate the shadow. Grow teeth. And then smile. Because the world will know you could bite, but you choose not to.